Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As your Chancellor, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the University of Virginia's College at Wise 2015 Commencement Ceremony. Okay, you may be seated. The UVa-Wise Commencement Ceremony is patterned after a ritual that has been repeated through the centuries at higher education institutions throughout the world. The robes we wear and the symbols of the ceremony originated in the Middle Ages. However, the spirit of commencement is modern, always new, and always focused on the future, your future UVa-Wise graduates. I'm delighted to welcome each person present today as we witness and celebrate the class of 2015's remarkable achievement. I also want to take a moment to recognize a few special people. The University of Virginia Board of Visitors is the governing board of our college. The visitors guide and lead us as we continue to grow and improve. Joining us today is the rector of the Board of Visitors, Mr. George Martin, and visitors Mr. Rusty Connor and student member Daniel Judge. Please stand and be recognized. Joining me on the platform today are volunteer members of the UVa-Wise Board who steward our college. Please stand so that we can show you our appreciation for all that you do. I'm pleased to introduce two other groups of dedicated volunteers who serve our college with enthusiasm and distinction. Will members of the UVa-Wise Alumni Association Board and the UVa-Wise Foundation Board please stand and be recognized. The University of Virginia was a lifelong dream of Mr. Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The College at Wise is the university's only college off grounds and is an extension of Mr. Jefferson's vision for higher education. UVa-Wise provides educational opportunity, economic development, and hope for a better future here in Southwest Virginia and throughout the Commonwealth. We believe, as did Mr. Jefferson, that an educated, reflective, and honorable citizenry is essential to the well-being of our families, communities, and our republic. UVa-Wise is a public liberal arts college. Our goal is to prepare students for successful careers, citizenship, and service. The class of 2015 is propelling the college across an important milestone. With this class, we will have graduated our 10,000th alum. UVa-Wise alumni are leaders in medicine, business, law, politics, education, community service, military service, science, the arts, essentially every walk of life, and you, the class of 2015, are so well prepared to join them. You have a promising future ahead, you have choices to make, and much work to do. So graduates, explore and endeavor to make sound choices. Shoulder the necessary responsibilities and lead yourself, your colleagues, and your community in making a better world. Seek out and commit to the essentials in your life. Nurture your family, your friends, and your spirit as you journey away from us out into this big, wide world. And remember, you will always have a home here at the University of Virginia's College at Wise. To bring you greetings on behalf of the University of Virginia Board of Visitors is Rector George Keith Martin. As a rector of our great university, Mr. Martin holds the same position once held by Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe. He is a partner in the law firm of McGuire Woods in Richmond and is an enthusiastic and tenacious advocate for the college and the university. It is my distinct honor to present Rector George Keith Martin.
Good morning. What a glorious day this is. From here, graduates, you look delightful. I want to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Visitors and congratulate you today, and also congratulate your family and your friends who have gathered here as well. I thank you, Chancellor Henry, for the opportunity to address these distinguished graduates at such a critical juncture. It is an honor and a joy to speak on behalf of the Board of Visitors and indeed the university at large. But it is also a responsibility, and one that I do not take lightly. Today is about celebrating the graduating class, and deservedly so. But the unwavering support during good times and bad offered by allies must not go unnoticed. Parents, siblings, peers, faculty, and staff, just about anyone committed to helping you become the best version of yourself is also deserving of our gratitude today. And I offer my sincerest thanks on behalf of the board and the university and encourage the graduating class, if you've not already done so, to reach out to your support network and thank them. They may be surprised and encouraged by your words. Indeed, let's give them a hand right now. Standing here today, I'm emboldened by the faces of pride and determination that I see before me, as I hope you feel the same reflecting upon your own accomplishments. Pride and determination are the operative words. Pride because from this day forward, you will always have the confidence of a world-class education in your pocket, and the knowledge that this achievement was no small feat. In a nation where the demand for college education is at an all-time high, you can be confident knowing that your education is of the highest order. The same determination that saw you into this great institution, the commitment and work ethic that you honed and refined during your time here, will serve you well in the months and years ahead. For many, this is a time of excitement, nostalgia, and anxiety, all mixed together. in the face of any lingering doubts that you have made the right path, you're on the right path, allow me to remind you of this. Your choice to attend UVa-Wise and see it through has been the choice to plant a sturdy tree. Just as the growth of foundations begins with something small and takes time to come to fruition, so too has your growth as scholars and citizens been a gradual process. Growth and security do not develop overnight, and this at times can be frustrating. The beautiful fact, however, is that the kind of growth you've set in motion is the kind that will continue to serve you long into your future. Yours is a long-term orientation, and that orientation sets you apart from others without such drive and patience. So be proud of what you've done and where you're going, and resolve to be determined and deliberate in your approach to whatever the future may hold. And my humble advice for you today is to enjoy this day. Relax, soak up the adulation, and enjoy the fellowship of family and friends who have come here today to celebrate you and your hard work. So speaking for the university and the Board of Visitors, I genuinely and formally extend my gratitude and congratulations to the graduating class. May the experiences you've had as students forever guide your minds and hands, and may they be the bedrock for fulfilling life to come. Thank you, and may God bless you richly. And at this time, I will turn it over to the College Board Chairman, Marcia Gillum. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Rector Martin, Provost Simon, Chancellor Henry, members of the Platform Party, Board of Visitors members, and fellow College Board members, guests, and most especially, members of the class of 2015. It is my distinct pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the University of Virginia's College at Wise Board. This board of talented and devoted citizens is charged with and committed to supporting this institution in becoming one of the best public liberal arts institutions in the nation as part of the best public university in the nation. Last fall marked 60 years since our college opened its doors. Just 60 short years ago, a small group of local citizens dreamed of an institution of higher education in the mountains so far in Southwest Virginia. This dream began on a cold, snowy night at the Wise Inn and blossomed 9 months later on the grounds of the Old County Poor Farm. A college was born. This dream required overcoming enormous challenges while driving passion and unwavering commitment. After all, who would have ever thought a college, much less a branch of the esteemed University of Virginia, could ever thrive or even survive in these Appalachian mountains? But the dream lived, and the college has thrived through the efforts and the vision of the faculty, staff, students, alumni, donor, and citizens who have nurtured it. That's why the hashtag 60 Years Strong has been such a fitting descriptor during this celebratory year. Today, graduates, we honor your achievement of fulfilling your dream, the dream of a college education. We honor the passion, commitment, and effort you have put forth to make this dream your reality. We honor you, graduates, the class of 2015, our soon-to-be newest alumni. It is our sincere hope that you, in turn, will forever honor and nurture your alma mater, the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Thank you, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Marcia. Now, Ms. Shannon Walker, President of the Student Government Association, will bring you greetings on behalf of our student body.
Graduates, how ready are you to leave? Congratulations. Whether it only took you 3 years or it took you like 6 or 7, it's still an accomplishment and the rest of us are extremely proud of you. Even though you are leaving, please come back during homecoming to visit us, and then come back after the library is complete, and then keep coming back to support UVa-Wise. One thing that most alumni have in common is that they are extremely proud of UVA-Wise, and you should be too. You should be proud of the growth of our college, has experienced during your time here. Some of you may have been here through the renovations of Smitty Hall. Others may be more familiar with the construction of this building, the David J. Pryor Convocation Center, and we have all been here for the construction and opening of the Winston Neely Health and Wellness Center. We have all also been here through the very loud construction of the new library. And yes, we have probably been annoyed by the sounds of hammering, drilling, something that sounds like a bomb, and many other unusual sounds, but it is still very exciting. Someone once told me that a college campus without construction is dead, so be proud that our college is very much alive. Our college is as much alive as many of you are feeling in your seats right now. You should all feel ready to conquer the world because you are fully capable of it. You each are capable of achieving any goal you set your mind to because UVA-Wise has given you the tools to be successful. The liberal arts degree that you are leaving here with today is proof that you have the intellectual capacity to do whatever you want. After today, the real world sets in and you will be writing the next chapter of your life. For those of you who are going to sprint to the next chapter, rock on. And to those of you who are nervous and still feel uncertain of what lies ahead, take a deep breath because that's the exciting part. Karl von Clausewitz said, although our intellect always longs for clarity and certainty, our nature often finds uncertainty fascinating. Wherever your next chapter takes you, go with pride and a smile on your face. After you leave here today, don't forget about us. Some of us are envious of you. 363 days until the class of 2016 graduates, but who's counting? On behalf of the student body, congratulations, good luck, and we are all extremely proud of you.
Thank you, Shannon. It is now my pleasure to introduce Andrew Chapman, who is the honorary speaker for the class of 2015. From Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Andrew majored in biology and minored in physics. He served as president of the Darden Society, which is the oldest honor society on our campus, as well as Sigma Zeta Society, the honor society for the natural sciences. Andrew is considering U.S. Air Force's Officer Training School, and he has successfully completed several steps toward that dream. After a 6 to 10-year service commitment, he plans to attend graduate school to study medical physics or biophysics. Please welcome Andrew to the lectern.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Henry. I want to start by ensuring everyone that all the words I speak today will come from here. Not necessarily from my heart, but from the script I forgot in my left shirt pocket. So forgive me for that. Sometimes the mouth can't keep up with the heart. But in all seriousness, it is my great honor to stand before you and represent the graduating class of 2015. To do so is without a doubt one of the greatest privileges I have ever been bestowed, and it is one for which I am extremely grateful. Welcome to all of our guests, and congratulations to all my fellow classmates. Now, on behalf of my entire class, I want to start by extending a sincere thank you to all of those that helped us reach this exciting day. To the members of this institution's administration, the College Board, and the Board of Visitors, we thank you. Your strong commitment to this college and the community it serves is greatly appreciated by all of us. Under your guidance, our college's proud tradition of academic excellence, that aside, has not only been upheld, but uplifted to superior new heights. Your work today not only benefits us, but helps to ensure that this great institution is upheld for the educational enrichment and further enlightenment of future generations. And for that, we thank you. To the men and women of the instructional faculty that have endeavored to maintain and advance our institution's academic mission and founding values, your tireless dedication to the pursuit and dissemination of knowledge is the foundation stone upon which this and all great academic institutions has been constructed. Your inherent curiosity and respect for the beautifully dynamic workings of our world has been shared by all of our society's greatest and most innovative individuals. Your remarkable ability to effectively convey and illustrate the principles of your academic discipline has had incredible impacts on the lives of this graduating class. And for that, we thank you. To all the members, please, yes, give it up for the faculty. Thank you. To all the members of our institution's staff who work tirelessly to ensure that the daily operations of this college are successfully performed, we thank you. Your care for the college and the students that comprise it has been of great comfort and benefit to us all. Despite rain, snow, or any other atmospheric-derived hindrance, your commitment to our institution never seems to waver. We appreciate all that you do and wish to thank you at this time. Thank you, staff. And to all the members, and finally, to the family and friends of the graduates that have gathered with us today to celebrate the lives and accomplishments of this class, we thank you. Your love and support has made us the men and women that we are today and will help facilitate all of our future accomplishments. The importance of family and friends in the life of an individual is impossible to overstate. Because the depth of the gratitude we hold for our families and friends is impossible to articulate in words, we must try our absolute best to express this sentiment through our actions. Please allow the successful completion of our college degrees to serve as evidence of our love and appreciation for all of you. Thank you, family. We're very grateful. Today, my friends and I become participants in one of our civilization's most honored and fundamentally important traditions. As we make our way across this stage to commemorate the completion of our degrees, we will be joining in a proud heritage comprised of many extraordinary individuals. Individuals that recognize the power of education and felt it appropriate to devote a portion of their lives to its immediate acquisition. The ability to acquire and subsequently pass knowledge from one generation to the next is one of our species' greatest attributes. The skill has facilitated the rise of our society and holds the ability to ensure its continuation. Appropriately, today's ceremony is held in honor of education. From the robes that we wear to the music that accompanies our march, all of this is dedicated to the celebration of our collective knowledge. For beings that have existed for such a short amount of time, we have already discovered so much about ourselves and the cosmos from which we have arisen. Through our inherent skill, that's important, and combined knowledge, we have become sentient extensions of the universe. Some are better at articulating themselves than others. We have found cures for terrifying illnesses, constructed timeless pieces of self-reflective art, and even ventured out beyond the confines of our home planet. Without the advent of education, we would be eternally locked in the heavy chains of ignorance, totally unaware of the wonders of our existence. Today, we join the ranks of our great intellectual predecessors. Through their reverence for reason and tireless pursuit of truth, these individuals illuminated the darkness into which our early ancestors were born. With the completion of our degrees, we are now greater prepared to advance the intellectual efforts of those who came before us. As college graduates, it will soon be our turn to be both the producers and defenders of knowledge. Let us all take great pride in this accomplishment and work to ensure that this institution's strong commitment to education is exemplified by all of its proud alumni. Now, as our time together comes to an end, I would like to share with you some of my most cherished moments and memories from this institution and of the people that comprise it. My time at this college has been characterized by more joyous events than anyone wants to hear. In fact, I'm confident that their spoken remembrance could filibuster even the most well-crafted bill to death. However, in the interest of articulating the overall experience of my graduating class, I will attempt to acknowledge some of the simple, yet incredibly powerful aspects of this special place. Regardless of one's academic discipline or campus involvement, I believe there are certain student experiences that will forever exist in our collective consciousness. Among these experiences, time spent outside has to be among the most memorable. How many afternoons have we spent by the lake, watching in awe as the light of the setting sun is broken into its component wavelengths by the setting sun? I had to get a breath before that. By the fountain's mist, excuse me. Then after our sun had set beyond those ancient Appalachian mountains, how many times did we sit and listen to the frogs in the wetlands sing their songs of springtime? How many times did we gaze up into the vastness of a dark, Wise County night sky and marvel at the incredible expanse and magnificence of our universe? Now, with the day of graduation upon us, many of us might respond, not enough. We've been very fortunate to attend an institution that is surrounded by such incredible natural beauty. I'm certain that these features will forever live on in our hearts and minds. Of course, our experience has been characterized by so much more than just our geographical settings. One future day, when you sit back and reflect on your time spent here, what memories will be in the forefront of your mind? For many of us, the fondest memories of our time at UVa-Wise will consist of all the people that made these past several years so special. From the professors who inspired us to study our respective fields, to the roommates and friends in which we shared in the experience, we've been very fortunate to have known so many unforgettable individuals. Although time will likely separate us from many of those we currently hold dear, this place and the friends we have made here will forever endure in our hearts. No matter where our lives take us from this point, we will always think back to the days spent here at UVA-Wise. And we could join the Alumni Association, that would be nice. We could see each other. Personally, my thoughts will often return to the times I spent in the Sandridge Science Center. There, accompanied by my friends and colleagues, I experienced some of the greatest times of my life. I will forever remember the individuals with which I shared so many sleepless nights of study. The ancient chairs in the upstairs atrium, my desk by the front door, the faithful little yet life-sustaining coffee maker that we hid from the cleaning crew. All of these things will be forever etched upon my mind. The distinct sound of the doors auto-locking at 10 p.m., the pungent smells of organic lab, all those productive nights at the observatory. These are the things that have defined my UVA-Wise experience. To all of those young men and women that stood with me in the face of so many academic challenges, I thank you. I respect you more than you will ever know, and I'm incredibly proud to call you my friends. Just give them a minute. In hindsight, those sleepless nights we endured together were not so difficult. Getting used to their absence, that might be a different story. In conclusion, I want to wish my fellow classmates all the best in life. I'm incredibly grateful for the time I have spent with all of you. I hope your lives are filled with joy, and that each of you might know all the blessings of this life. Furthermore, whether your professional academic career is just beginning or is reaching its end, I hope the curiosity that brought you to this institution will be forever lasting. And finally, for the haters, for all of those that say our society will never overcome the daunting obstacles that lie before us, we, the class of 2015, are here to prove them wrong. For those that speak as if we'll never find solutions to the issues that threaten our very existence, we, the class of 2015, are here to prove them wrong. And for those that claim that our civilization's proudest moments are behind us, we, the class of 2015, are here to prove them wrong. Together we can achieve greatness. Let's show them what graduates of UVA-Wise can do.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
but then I guess we know there's blame to share,
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
but
I do believe I have been changed for the better.
because I knew you,
Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed for good.
Thank you, Mr. Blevins and Mr. Gibson, for that beautiful performance. And I think I was so inspired by Mr. Chapman's remarks, I jumped up quickly to thank him as well, so thank you. Our commencement speaker is John Simon, Executive Vice President and Provost of the University of Virginia, and the Robert C. Taylor Professor of Chemistry. He provides leadership and direction for the university's 11 schools, as well as the library, art museum, public service activities, and numerous centers and programs. Prior to coming to the university, he was the Vice Provost of Academic Affairs at Duke University. He has received numerous awards, including the Alfred P. Sloan Fellowship and the Camille and Henry Dreyfus Teacher Scholar Award. Provost Simon is a Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science and the American Physical Society. And on July 1st, he will become the 14th President of Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. Please join me in welcoming our friend and colleague, UVA Provost John Simon.
I couldn't fit this in my pocket. Chancellor Henry, Provost Huguenin, Rector Martin, College Board Chair Marcia Gilliam, faculty, staff, board members, proud parents, other family members, and most important, the students of the class of 2015, I am both honored and delighted to be with you to celebrate your graduation from the University of Virginia's College at Wise. In fact, I am the only thing that stands in the way of you getting your diplomas. And the favorite question to me this morning has been, how long are you going to talk? We'll now find out. So my favorite contemporary author is David Mitchell. And I'm going to start with a quote from his book, Cloud Atlas. And the quote is, "There ain't no journey what don't change you some." And I'm actually confident that many points in this semester you've thought about your time at UVa-Wise and how it has changed you and how it has prepared you for today and what goes on after today. But as Mitchell wrote in his last year's bestseller, The Bone Clocks, quote, "You only value something if you know it'll end. And for one voyage to begin, another voyage must come to an end, sort of." I actually like the phrase sort of because you're always going to be a member of the UVA-Wise community, and I'm actually confident that most of you will find yourself engaging with this institution throughout your lives. So the challenge for a commencement speaker, when Donna sent the invitation, I was all ecstatic about doing this because I've been down here a lot over the last 4 years, and then realized there's actually a challenge to putting together this talk. You have to deliver a message. You have to provide the class with some sage advice on how they'll live their lives to convince you that your time and experiences at UVA-Wise will make you a better person, that the work you did here has actually prepared you for the world beyond college. I actually do have such a message, but first I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about yourself. The 302 of you, you're almost 50-50 male-female, 96% of you are from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Your most popular major is psychology. 11% of you majored in psychology, followed at 9.4% with a tie between administration of justice and business administration. But collectively, you have engaged in 29 different majors, which I think is a true reflection of the broad intellectual engagement of your class across the offerings of this college. Last night, many of you were recognized for your academic achievements during the honors convocation. I read the program, saw that individuals were recognized in business and finance, education, communications, history, philosophy, languages, literature, science, social science, mathematics, nursing, arts, and undergraduate research. I'm confident that all of you will make the best of your opportunities. But I'm going to cite a couple accomplishments that Chancellor Henry shared with me. There are 6 Healthy Appalachia Fellows, one of whom, Madison Compton, went to South Africa for her fellowship, where she actually worked to improve the health of local citizens. Helen Osborne is headed for UVA's School of Medicine, where she'll join 3 UVA-Wise graduates from last year in our medical school's first-year class this fall. Kelly Hess and Sidney Pack both received this year's Outstanding Graduate in Administration of Justice Award. And Jennifer Muse found her love in costuming for the theater and has been accepted into Disney's college and will be working with the costume department in Disney World in August. I have a lot of fond memories of time at Disney World. These are just a small set of the accomplishments and broad excellence of your class, and I congratulate all of you on what you've accomplished. Now to the message, which is actually quite simple, not necessarily short. I want all of you to make the most of the opportunities you encounter in your careers and communities to use what you have been given at UVA-Wise, an outstanding education, to make a difference in our world. And my speech is not that short. When I began thinking about what I would say today, my mind drifted back actually to 1979, which is when I graduated, to the world at that time. I thought about similarities and differences between then and now, and I reflected on how my own education has served me over the past 4 decades. To the class of 2015, the year 1979 may seem like an era from the pages of your history textbooks. It is well before you were born. But it probably doesn't seem so ancient to many of the parents and alums and staff and friends of the college that are here today. So I started pondering what was different in 1979. The global population in 79 was 4.4 billion. It's 7.3 billion today. The average human lifespan when I graduated was 74 years. Because of advances in medicine and nutrition, with many of those advances coming from university-based research, today's average lifespan is 10% longer. The way you can look at that is that's enough time to get 2 additional college degrees. I've seen amazing changes in how we communicate with one another. As Miranda Lambert sings in her 2015 Song of the Year, Automatic, if you had something to say, you'd put it on a piece of paper, you'd put a stamp on it, and they'd get it 3 days later. This is the communication I grew up with, and it's also true that during that time, long-distance telephone calls were expensive and you paid by the minute. Today, all of us and all of you are quite used to this instantaneous 24/7 communication through a whole host of evolving technologies, whether it's text, email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the list goes on. Changes occurred during this period right here in Wise as well. In 1979, this institution was Clinch Valley College, and it had been granting bachelor degrees for less than a decade. Today, the college offers 30 majors, 32 minors, and 24 teaching licensures. You have an impressive and beautiful physical plant, this convocation center being one example dedicated to David Pryor in 2012 for his service as distinction as your chancellor for 7 years. When I accepted this invitation to speak, I couldn't remember who actually spoke at my graduation. And I couldn't remember what that person hoped I would actually take from their speech. So I Googled it, another phrase that didn't exist in 1979, and discovered that I actually didn't have a graduation speaker. So I didn't feel this was early amnesia setting in. It was, however, an event of respectful student protest, and I do remember that, as 1979 marked 20 years of the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa. It proved to be a milestone year in that movement, as the South African government decided in 1979 to allow black workers to establish unions. Your graduation is occurring in a time of social challenges within our own country, reflected by the protest on May Day, in which thousands across the U.S. demanded racial justice. Building a truly inclusive, no, it doesn't taste good, building a truly inclusive society is a challenge that both my and your generation share. And I hope you will act to advance social change to create a more just and peaceful world with every opportunity you have. I'm a lover of the novel, and I couldn't help but compare young adult literature in 1979 to 2015. So with the U.S. still firmly entrenched in the Cold War in 1979, I spent hours reading spy stories by Robert Ludlum, Ken Follett, Jean Le Carré, and other masters of the espionage thriller. I received the news of the world through 3 television networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS. And their stories would focus on spy rings and other aspects of the Cold War. It culminated 6 years later, and as a result of a string of high-profile espionage arrests by the FBI. The press dubbed 1985 the year of the spy. That's my period in time. Today, young adult and some high-profile adult authors have hit the bestsellers list with stories portraying post-apocalyptic worlds. Worlds in which climate change, pandemics, food shortages, or war have turned society on its head. This theme actually is not as new as you think it is. 1979 was actually also the release year of Mad Max, a film I think most of us have seen. And next week you can see the 4th installment in the Mad Max series as it'll be released. But today, books and movies such as The Hunger Games, Legend, Maze Runner, Divergent, The Road, present dystopian views of what the future might hold. I've actually read them all. I'm a big fan of this genre. But unlike the literature I grew up with, I believe these books don't tell about the present or the future. They truly are fiction. And it is the great contributions your generation will make to society in the years to come that will prove my statement correct. As you leave to take on new challenges and responsibilities, know that we have high hopes for you. So I'm going to give you my message and sage advice again from actually quoting from some of these authors of your generation. So be divergent. Veronica Roth in the Dauntless Manifesto writes, "We believe in ordinary acts of bravery, in the courage that drives one person to stand up for another. Run the maze." James Dashner, "Sometimes you don't look very hard to things you don't believe will happen or can't happen. You won't figure out anything if you give in to fear." Pass the testing. Joël Charbonneau, "The best leaders make mistakes and then learn from them. The best leaders never make the same mistakes again. The only way you can learn is if you understand the mistakes that were made." Be a legend. Maria Lu, "Each day means a new 24 hours. Each day means everything is possible again." And be a mockingjay. Susan Collins, "I think you still have no idea the effect you can have." I had the pleasure of meeting Lee Iacocca this spring, and I can't adequately describe the effect the meeting had on me. I was in the presence of one of the icons of American business, an innovative and inspirational leader whose imprint on American manufacturing is legend. I mean, how do you describe the leader who brought the Ford Mustang into existence? That was the coolest car in my generation. Or led the revival of Chrysler in the 1980s. I leave you with one of his many quotes. "Apply yourself. Get all the education you can, but then do something. Don't just stand there, make it happen." On behalf of the faculty members who have taught and mentored you here at UVA-Wise, those who have guided your research and scholarship, and for all of us in the generation ahead of you, we echo this message. Apply yourself. Make a difference. Your teachers have done their best to equip you with the knowledge and training for a life of significance. In fact, we expect spectacular things from you. We expect you to solve the difficult problems of our time, to find the cures for diseases that have baffled us, to find solutions to environmental problems that have confounded us, to set a tone of civility and cooperation in our national public discourse that has eluded us. As you take your degrees today, you embody our best hopes and aspirations for the future. Because of your dedication and hard work and what you have done here, you can face this future with confidence and great optimism. Good luck. Best wishes to all of you as you embark on this exciting new journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Simon. And now, it is my pleasure to call upon UVA-Wise Provost Sandy Huguenin, who will present the candidates for graduation. Rector Martin and Mr. Simon, would you come forward and add your congratulations? I also ask Brian Blanton, President of the Alumni Association, to assist us, and Dean Amelia Harris and Faculty Senate Chair Chris Scalia to join in greeting the graduates.
Will the faculty marshals please come forward and lead the candidates for graduation to the stage to receive their baccalaureate degrees? Delina Joyce Adams. Evan Jordan Adams. Logan Douglas Adams. Derek Chase Allen. Brittany Lauren Altman. Alicia Owens Armistead, graduating summa cum laude. Sean Michael Askew. Tiffany Denise Austin. Joshua Lucas Barker. Binta Bayu. Arthur Allen Bays. Ryan James Birch. Brianna Marie Blackwell. Matthew Christian Blansett. Ashley Dawn Blaylock. Richard Alexander Bloomfield. Taylor Nicole Bowling, graduating magna cum laude. Troy Adam Boring. Michael Hunter Bowyer. Chelsea Brooke Boyd. Star Dominique Bracy, graduating cum laude. Lindsay Beth Brewer. Michael Briscoe. Jenna Christine Brown. Danielle Lee Bunn. Emily Faye Burdick. Desmond Lamar Burris. Benjamin Hilbert Butler. Michaela Renee Campbell Magana, graduating cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Cantrell, graduating summa cum laude. Leanne Denise Carter. Taylor Bryce Carter. Cassandra Marie Chadwell, graduating magna cum laude. Jacob Randall Chafin, graduating cum laude. Hayden Robert Chanley. Andrew James Chapman, graduating magna cum laude. Andrew Everett Cheek, graduating cum laude. Jessica Irvin Clark. Rebecca Rose Clippard. Rhiannon Kelly Coates. Jordan Drake Cole. Vanessa Leanne Collier. Cody Aaron Collins. Cody Trent Compton. Madison Brooke Compton. Frank Morgan Connell III. Evan Gray Couch. Madison Sky Couch. William Bryce Counts. Christopher Michael Cox. Brittany Michelle Kraft. Holly Nicole Criswell. Jordan Alexander Cross. Tara Nicole Cuffey. Caitlin Marie Cundiff. Justin Michael David. Joshua Keith Davis. Edeline Victoria Delgado. Tori Alexander Dorton, graduating cum laude. Dakota John Paul Dotson. Hope Nicole Dotson, graduating summa cum laude. John Douglas Dotson. Glenn William Erie. Morgan Elizabeth Elder. Justin Eric Elliott. Kimberly Michelle Ellswick. Kevin Lee Enix, graduating cum laude. Lauren Kenzie Shea Evans. Jennifer Despina Fendenison. Dustin Allen Fields, graduating cum laude. Melissa Renee Fife. Nicholas Dylan Fitzgerald. Zachary Charles Fleener. Brandon Allen Fletcher. Kristen Tamra Foley. Vincent Charles Friels. Jerry Shane Fuller. Steve O'Brien Fuller. Brittany Rochelle Funk. Morgan Lee Gabbert. Dakota Michael Gallimore. Tyler Graham Garrison. Ryan M. Gibson, graduating cum laude. Timothy Jesse Gill. Allison Nicole Gillum. Cassandra Danielle Gillum. Anu Marit Godzi, graduating magna cum laude. Kim Good. Megan Nicole Green. Kylie Alexandra Griffith. Eric Shane Hale, graduating cum laude. Leanna Marie Hale, graduating cum laude. Deontay Marcellus Hall. Shaheem Daquan Harris. Dylan Thomas Hartless. Eric Craig Hartnett. Caroline Louise Hopt. Corbin Foster Scott Hazlett, graduating cum laude. Michelle Renee Head. Caitlin Marie Helton, graduating summa cum laude. Kelly Christine Hess, graduating summa cum laude. Tyler Stephen Hester. Christopher Lewis Higgins. Dakota Ray Hill. Megan Kylene Hilliard, graduating cum laude and with college honors. Danielle Gray Holland. Katie Jo Holman, graduating cum laude. Brittany Nicole Holtz. Ashley Nicole Hooven. Leanne Horner. Haley Marie Hunsucker. Heather Nicole Huntington, graduating cum laude. Megan Adora Hurd. Clinton Todd Hurley. Sharifa Idris. Brianna Christina Alexis Jameson. Corey Blake Jenkins, graduating cum laude. Ricky Lee Johnson. Lonnie Ann Johnston. Kendra Burke Jones. Nehemiah Anthony Jones. Lindsay Marie Kegley. Rebecca Ruby Kendall. Sean Ahmad Khan. Cynthia Diane Kinzer, graduating magna cum laude. Eva True Kling, graduating cum laude. Soteria Anna Constantinou. Amanda Jordan Lambert. Edward Nathaniel Lawrence, graduating cum laude. John Douglas Lawson. Erica Ray Long. Lori Caitlin Looney, graduating cum laude. Harrison George Loy. Christopher D'Artagnan Luce Edwards. Shad Lee Marcingill. Damian Matthews. Morgan Grace Mays. Caitlin Elaine McCoy. Kenneth Darrell Wayne McReynolds. Sarah Elaine Medley. Jacqueline Arenley Mahia. Ashley Elaine Miller. Benjamin Tanner Miller. Jessica Marie Miller. Ashley Nicole Mills. Misty Renee Minton. Anthony Tyler Moore, graduating magna cum laude. Ashlyn Brooke Moore, graduating cum laude. Brandon Thomas Moore, graduating cum laude. Tyler Lee Morris. Dane Monsell Mullins. Emily Shea Mullins, graduating magna cum laude. Ryan Keith Ramirez, graduating cum laude. Kara Lee Mullins. Michael Paul Mullins. Nicole Dotson Mullins. Samantha Janelle Mullins, graduating cum laude. Shyla Casey Jane Mullins. Taryn Gabrielle Mullins. Jennifer Morgan Muse. Haley Brooke Music. Amanda Christina Neese, graduating cum laude with college honors. Caitlin Amber Neese. Elizabeth O'Quinn. Brittany Renee Osborne. Richard Bradley McNew. Helen Renee Osborne, graduating summa cum laude. Olivia Gwen Osborne, graduating summa cum laude. Sydney Dalton Pack, graduating cum laude. Matthew James Parker. Garrett Wade Patton. Robert Warren Payne III, graduating cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Peak. Heather Renee Pearson, graduating magna cum laude. Alexandra Monreeve Pilcher. Ashley Nicole Peterson. Laura Elizabeth Polly. Tyler Matthew Reeves. Samantha Gail Reed. Tamara Paige Reynolds. Alexandra Leigh Riddle. Bethany Ann Rife. Luis Angel Roa. David Christopher Roberts. Kara Nicole Robinson. Dalton Lee Robinson. Jamie Francis Robinson. Margaret Estelle Robinson. Melanie Renee Robinson, graduating cum laude. Samantha Denise Robinson, graduating summa cum laude. Krista Paige Smith. Mary Nicole Smith. Samuel Nicholas Smith, graduating cum laude. Catherine Russell Soulsby. Marla Allison Rose. Olivia Grace Rowe. Michael Logan Russo. Blake Aaron Salyer. Michelle Elizabeth Salyer. Veronica Maria Sanchez. Jessica Ryan Scott. Victor Allen Scott, graduating summa cum laude. Adil Shafiq. Chessie Ann Shoemaker. Kelly Elizabeth Starnes. Casey Joseph Steele. Kiana Larche Stevens. No. Julian Adam Stewart. Brittany Renee Stutz. Allison Elaine Sturgill, graduating cum laude. Rebecca Diane Sigmund, graduating summa cum laude with college honors. Jacob Donald Skeens, graduating summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Sluss. William Walker Smar. Charles Jeffrey Smith, graduating magna cum laude. Christina Page Smith. Jayana Chantel Smith. Kelly Summer Smith. Ashley Carol Tuttle, graduating cum laude. Vanessa Michelle Underwood, graduating magna cum laude. Jordan Wayne Byers. Daniel Scott Vickers, graduating cum laude. Haley Grace Wagner. Gregory Edward Walker. Dustin Allen Sparks. Mary Jo Stallard. Zachary Chain Stallard, graduating magna cum laude. Brandon Wayne Stanley. Taylor Brooks Stanley. Crystal Leanne Starnes, graduating magna cum laude. Alexis Kaylee Marie Whitaker. Tori Alexis Wiener. Carrie Marie Williams. Daniel Alexander Williams. David Edward Williams III. Joshua Mark Wilson. Theodore Andrew Winfield. Clint Bridges Womack. Melanie Amber Wright. Betty Renee Sturgill. Joshua Ryan Serber. James Charles Tanner. Brianna Lynn Tiller, graduating magna cum laude. Safina Pakua Tuda. Pamela Renee Wright. Mark Christopher Walker. Catherine Joy Wallace. Ryan Philip Ward. Zachary Lewis Webb. And Hunter Rice Yates.
Josh Barker, would you come forward and join me on the stage? UVa-Wise lost one of its own this year, a wonderful student and friend to many, Taylor Reed. Although we are still grieving Taylor's loss, today we're celebrating Taylor's life and accomplishments. As Taylor's best and longtime friend, Josh will accept the diploma in Taylor's memory and honor on behalf of his family.
Candidates for graduation, please rise. Chancellor Henry, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, the attainment of the baccalaureate degree is a significant achievement, one that can be claimed by only 15% of Americans. For years, these students have persevered in their studies and now are ready to claim this distinction and receive baccalaureate degrees. They have demonstrated to the satisfaction of the faculty the hallmarks of educated people, a capacity to think clearly and creatively, the ability to express their thoughts effectively, the character necessary to live as active and responsible citizens, and the intellectual curiosity to continue their own education beyond the university. On behalf of the faculty of the college, I now present to you the graduating class of 2015 for the conferring of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors of the University of Virginia, and with the approval of the faculty, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing, respectively, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Congratulations, graduates. You may now move your tassels to the left. You have now completed a major milestone in your life's journey, and we are thrilled to have been a part of it. So please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Huguenin. A few years ago, we began a new tradition at our commencement ceremony, the commissioning of our ROTC graduates as second lieutenants in the U.S. Army. I am pleased to ask Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Howey to join me on the lower stage level to lead this part of the program. Lieutenant Colonel Howey is a professor of military science at East Tennessee State University. Our UVa-Wise ROTC program is part of ETSU's program, which continues to foster our students' success.
Chancellor Henry, members of the board, members of the platform party, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and students. It's a great honor for me to be here today to administer the oath of office to 4 young men who are about to become the newest second lieutenants in the United States Army. This day is the culmination of 4 years of incredibly hard work and is a testament to their dedication and leadership abilities. On behalf of the entire Military Science Department, we're extremely proud of them,
and I'm sure you are as well. There are key moments in history where Americans are tested under extraordinary circumstances and were required to exercise perseverance. In 1776, the father of our country, General George Washington, was challenged by a far larger army that was better supplied, better trained, and possessing more experienced leaders. Washington's army suffered defeat often to a seemingly superior British army. Over time, however, he was able to keep his Continental Army together and receive support of local militias through his perseverance. Washington was not necessarily the best tactician on the battlefield, but he gained the trust and respect of those around him through his refusal to give up when times got difficult and victory seemed uncertain. Washington persevered. In today's Army, perseverance is codified into the U.S. Army warrior ethos. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never leave a fallen comrade, and I will never quit. If I have one parting piece of advice to you soon-to-be lieutenants, perseverance must be a central element of your character. Times will get tough, both on the battlefield and often within garrison. Remember the warrior ethos. It'll serve you well in the Army and in life. I'm confident that you four leaders have the right stuff and will lead your soldiers well. This is important because we're at potentially another key moment in the history of our country with instability in many parts of the world and an uncertain future. However, the American Army, upon which these four young men are about to officially join as officers, has always answered the nation's call and persevered. Today, the hard work of Cadets Kahn, Sparks, Womack, and Cross will culminate in their appointment by the President of the United States to the rank of Second Lieutenant in the U.S. Army. Lieutenant Kahn will serve on active duty as a finance officer. Lieutenant Sparks will serve on active duty as an infantry officer. Lieutenant Womack will serve in an Army Reserve unit in West Virginia as a military police officer. And Lieutenant Cross will remain in the state and serve in the Virginia National Guard as a military police officer. I'm confident they will take the lessons they have learned here at WISE and serve as exceptional officers. At this time, I will administer the oath of office. Immediately following, each officer's family will attach the second lieutenant rank to their uniforms. This will be followed by a unique Army tradition where our new lieutenants will receive their first salute as newly commissioned officers. Each lieutenant will award a silver dollar to an enlisted soldier, representing the significant contribution others have made to their training and development, to the individual rendering the salute. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sean Kahn.
I, Dustin Sparks.
I, Clint Womack.
I, Jordan Cross.
Having been appointed
Having been appointed
an officer in the Army of the United States
an officer in the Army of the United States
and the grade of second lieutenant,
and the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I take this obligation freely
and I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which
of the office upon which
I am about to enter.
I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
At this time, will the families come to the stage for the pinning ceremony? you. Another round of applause. At this time, I'd like to invite the enlisted members to the stage for the Silver Dollar Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the newest second lieutenants in the United States Army.
I'll add my congratulations to Second Lieutenants Cross, Kahn, Sparks, and Womack. The UVa-Wise Alumni Association is active in the life of the college and contributes to our academic community in so many ways, including their time, their gifts, and their ideas. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Brian Blanton, President of the UVa-Wise Alumni Association, who will formally induct our graduates into the Alumni Association.
That's tough to follow. On behalf of the University of Virginia College at Wise Alumni Association, I am honored to congratulate you on completion of your degree requirements and to let you know your graduating class marks 10,000 alumni in our institution. Yes. The liberal arts education you received here has prepared you for the next phase of your lives. Regardless of where that path takes you, I hope you will keep in mind this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Don't go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. As graduates, I challenge you to give back to your community, your alma mater. Alumni giving, whether time or money, is important. to the success of UVA-Wise. Your gift of time is valuable, whether you introduce a potential student to the college by sharing your experience, or you come back as a guest lecturer. Monetary gifts, whether large or small, make an impact on the lives of students for many years to come. I encourage each of you to remain active in the life of your alma mater and to return to campus often, to share the ideas of college future, and to become actively involved in your alumni association. Cherish your memories here as students and continue to make new memories as alumni. When you return to campus, Alumni Hall will now be your home. You've made lifelong friends here at UVA-Wise, and the lessons you've learned from faculty and staff will serve you throughout your lives. Will the graduates please rise? UVA-Wise is now your alma mater, and each of you will define its future. By authority vested in me, I now pronounce you members of the University of Virginia's College at Wise Alumni Association. Congratulations. Please remain standing.
Everyone, please stand and join the commencement choir at the singing of our alma mater, Dogwood and Rhododendron. You can find the lyrics printed on the inside back cover of your commencement program. Graduates, before we conclude, there are some very special individuals to acknowledge today. It is the faculty of the college who model the ideals of a liberal arts education. Faculty members at UVA-Wise are dedicated professionals who care about our students and who have been instrumental in helping you achieve success. Students, please accept our thanks for your good work. Faculty, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, faculty were accepting our thanks. And if everyone could please be seated. Parents, spouses, grandparents, and other family members of the graduates, you've supported the graduates and helped them achieve their dream of a college education. Graduates, will you stand and thank your families with a round of applause? As a parting gift to you after the ceremony, graduates, the Napoleon Hill Foundation and the college are providing each graduate with a 50th anniversary edition of Anne Morrow Lindbergh's Gifts of the Sea, a wonderful memoir filled with great wisdom and insight. I'd like you to remember one quote from Miss Lindbergh's book. She writes, "Every step, even a tentative one, counts. Every step, even a tentative one, counts." So whether you step out boldly or tentatively, it is now time to step forward into your future. Graduates, I speak for all members of our college community when I tell you how very proud we are. Remember, you're not leaving UVA-Wise behind. You will always be a part of the UVA-Wise family. Your achievements, service to others, and loyalty will contribute to the greatness of UVA-Wise. You have our best wishes for success and happiness throughout your lives. After the ceremony, please join us for a reception in honor of our graduates in the Lakeview Room, which is on this level behind the stage. The Convocation Center staff will pull back the curtains if you would like to walk by the stage to the Lakeview Room, or you may exit to the upper concourse and walk to my left to access the stairs and the elevator to the lower level. Graduates and audience, please stand and remain standing until the end of the recessional. Will the gonfalon bearer, Grand Marshal, faculty marshals, and others please come forward? Will the color guard also come forward to retrieve the colors?